images don't come into my head, Kate said. They come into my hand. That's fine, Joyce said, and smiled. Let them come. Here's a pencil and paper on a clipboard. You don't need to see to draw, just let the pencil move as it wants to. It sounded crazy to Caitlin, but Joyce was the expert. She sat down and put on the blindfold. Everything went dark. We'll try just one target image, Joyce said. Fawn will be concentrating on a photograph of a certain object. You try and receive her thought. Sure, Caitlin muttered, and put on the headphones. A sound like a waterfall filled her ears. Must be white noise, she thought, leaning back in the chair. She felt Joyce put the pencil in her hand and the clipboard in her lap. Okay, relax. It was actually rather easy. She knew no one could see her behind the screen, which was a good thing, because she must look pretty silly. She could just stretch out and let her thoughts drift. The darkness and the waterfall noise were like a slippery chute. There was nothing to hold on to. She felt herself sliding down somewhere, and she began to be afraid. The fear swept up and engulfed her before she knew what was happening. Her fingers clenched on the pencil. Easy. Calm down. Nothing to be scared of. But she was scared. There was a terrible sinking in her stomach, and she felt as if she were smothering. Just let images come. But what if there were horrible images out there, frightening things in the dark just waiting to get into her mind? Her hand began to cramp and itch. Joyce had said to let the pencil move as it wanted to, but Caitlin didn't know if she wanted it to move. Didn't matter. She had to draw. The pencil was moving. Oh, God, and I have no idea what's coming out, she thought. No idea, except that whatever it was scary. Formless darkness writhed in Caitlin's mind as she tried to picture whatever it was that the pencil was drawing. I have to see it. The tension in her muscles had become unbearable. With her left hand, Caitlin pulled the goggles and headphones off. Her right hand was still moving, like a disembodied hand from a science fiction movie, without her mind having any idea of where it was going to go next. It didn't seem part of her. It was horrible. And the drawing was even more horrible. It was grotesque. The lines were a little wobbly, but the picture perfectly recognizable. It was her own face. Her face with an extra eye in the forehead. The eye had dark lashes all around, so it looked almost insect-like. It was wide and staring and unbelievably repulsive. Caitlin's left hand flew to her own forehead as if to make sure that there was nothing there. Only skin puckered with worry. She rubbed hard. So much for remote vision. She'd bet anything Fawn wasn't out there concentrating on a picture like this. Caitlin was about to sit up and tell Joyce that she'd ruined the experiment when the screaming began.